Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to all of you at Target Uniform Services. And in this video, we are going to discuss one essay topic of UPSC CAPF Assistant Commandant exam which was held in 2021. The topic is Chinese economic policy in countries bordering India. This was the one particular topic asked by UPSC, and there was a one prediction before the exam that we did, and our topic was regional challenges in India's neighborhood. ये जो topic है, it is not directly related but indirectly related to the India's challenges in its neighborhood. So Chinese economic policy is also a challenge to the India. So if you see this paper 2 syllabus, there is part 1 and part B this, and in part B it comprises of English section, but in part A there is a 4 essay, and the given syllabus is modern Indian history, polity and economy, knowledge of security. So this particular question, this Chinese economic policy in countries bordering India, it lies in this particular keyword, knowledge of security. So if you see the knowledge of security, there are numerous topics, like 8 topics since 2013 that UPSC has asked. First is emerging threat to India's internal security, which was asked in 2020, and in 2020 again 2 topics from the knowledge of security was asked. That is, securing India's internal border is a challenging exercise. If we talk about the particularly China or India's neighborhood, with respect to the China, the topic number 8, the China's policy of aggressive dominance in South Asia, that is the mainly related to the China's aggressive dominance in Southeast Asia, indirectly to South China Sea. Another is the Nepal. In 2016, India there was a economic blockade done by India with respect to the Nepal. So this particular topic was asked at that time with respect to the current affairs of that time. So the onus of maintaining healthy relations with Nepal is on India. So again, if I can talk about this particular topic, the Chinese economic policy in countries bordering India, why this particular topic was asked by UPSC in 2021 exam, because we had the LAC standoff, and to counter this or to punish China, we brought one particular policy, that FDI. We did some FDI amendment in which we have clearly mentioned that the countries bordering India, like all bordering states, Nepal, Bangladesh, Pakistan and Myanmar, all the bordering countries, अगर उसको इंडिया में इन्वेस्ट करना है, it has to be first of all take prior permission of Ministry of External Affairs, Ministry of Home Affairs, उसके बाद ही वो इन्वेस्ट कर पाएंगे. सो FDI इंडिया ने कर्व कर दिया था, बिकॉज एट दैट टाइम देयर वाज अ कोविड, 2019 में कोविड था, एंड ऑल द स्मॉल एंटरप्राइजेस लाइक MSME एंटरप्राइजेस and domestic industries, they were shut down. So in that, the China, they were looking over for opportunistic takeover of that particular small enterprises. So India ने FDI investment उस टाइम पे बंद कर दिया था. If any bordering state want to invest in India, they had to take first prior approval from the Ministry of Home Affairs and External Affairs. So this is the first of all the introduction. Let's start this topic. So there are basic rules. Before writing any one particular essay, you have to analyze the topic, given topic, and while analyzing you have to identify this important keywords given in the topic. What are the important keywords? First of all, Chinese, that you have to write in favor, in against with the Chinese. Second is economic policy, it's a second keyword, and countries bordering India. You cannot digress from the bordering countries of India. You cannot write with respect to the USA, you cannot write Russia, you have to bring only countries bordering with India, be it with Afghanistan, Pakistan, and Nepal, Bhutan, Myanmar, Bangladesh. These are the bordering countries, and somehow you can also write Maldives and Sri Lanka. They are not bordering, but they are at a very proximity with the India. So you could have written in this way. So before writing all this, you have to do the brainstorming. Why brainstorming? Because brainstorming will help you in making or writing in a relevant way. This practice, if you do at home, this practice, I can guarantee, I can show you that while writing in the examination hall, you will not digress from the issue, you will not digress from the given topic. So this is a very important practice you have to do every time while at home. So first is Chinese, and second keyword is economic policy, third is countries bordering India. So there are three parts while writing an essay. First is introduction, और इंट्रोडक्शन आप जब भी लिख सकते हैं अगर आप इसको रिलेट कर पाएँ द प्रेजेंट डेवलपमेंट that India is facing. What are the present development at the time in 2021 at the LSE stand off? उस टाइम पे क्या डेवलपमेंट थी और इंडिया ने क्या स्टेप लिए थे. सो अगर आप इस पे यहाँ लिख देते दैट द प्रेजेंट, इसको आप ऐसे स्टार्ट कर सकते थे, द प्रेजेंट ongoing LSE standoff. This has impacted the ongoing trade relation between India and China. इसमें आप कैसे लिख सकते हैं that India has put some restriction on Chinese imports because of the anti-Chinese sentiments, and to give effect this, government amended FDI policy, FDI investment policy, in that a prior government approval is mandatory for companies that borders with इंडिया. ठीक है, आप ये सब आपने मेंशन कर देना था दैट एंटी चाइनीज सेंटिमेंट्स. अगर आप ये चीज़ें इसमें मेंशन कर देते दैट द प्रेजेंट ऑनगोइंग LSE स्टैंड ऑफ, this has affected the ongoing trade relation between India and China, and because of these anti-Chinese sentiment, FDI policy, that FDI investment policy need a prior government approval is mandatory for companies that border with India. ठीक है, this is the intro, very good intro. आप कुछ और भी लिख सकते हैं, but I have written with respect to the present development. अगर आप करंट ओरिएंटेड कोई इंट्रो दे देते हैं तो वो बेस्ट होता है. ठीक है, आई थिंक मोस्ट ऑफ यू आर अवेयर कि ये सब सिचुएशन थी, बट यू हैव टू इनकॉर्पोरेट दैट सिचुएशन इन द गिवन टॉपिक. सो दिस इज़ द इंट्रो. अब आप इसमें क्या लिख सकते हैं, इसको किस तरह से आप अप्रोच कर सकते हैं. देर आर मैनी कंट्रीज लाइक पाकिस्तान. फर्स्ट टेकअप पाकिस्तान. वट आर द पाकिस्तान और चाइना के क्या रिलेशंस है, इकोनॉमिक रिलेशंस. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, Pakistan has free trade agreement with China, and China is again investing a lot in CPEC. ठीक है, CPEC corridor, this China Pakistan economic corridor. Why this China is investing too much in this corridor? These are again, first of all, economic relation, but at the same time it's a strategic. ये क्या है, एक strategic है, and again a economic. ठीक है, this is the main thing. So how it will challenge India अगर पाकिस्तान में चाइना इन्वेस्ट कर रहा है थ्रू FTA एंड CPEC कॉरिडोर, हाउ इट विल चैलेंज फॉर इंडिया? इफ यू सी दैट द CPEC कॉरिडोर, इट इज़ अगेन अ थ्रेट टू द इंडियाज टेरिटोरियल इंटीग्रिटी and sovereignty and again India's energy security. अगर मैं इंडिया की एनर्जी सिक्योरिटी की बात करूं, दैट इज़ 65% ऑफ इंडियाज़ एनर्जी नीड वी इम्पोर्ट फ्रॉम द गल्फ कंट्रीज. ठीक है, सपोज दीज आर द Gulf countries and this is India and this is the suppose Gwadar port. So if India needs to import oil, ठीक है, from these Gulf countries, this sea lane of communication will directly be in the site of this Gwadar port. So it is again threaten the India's energy सिक्योरिटी. सो एनर्जी सिक्योरिटी को हम इसमें ला सकते हैं. एंड अगेन द CPEC कॉरिडोर, सपोज दिस इज ग्वादर पोर्ट एंड दिस इज CPEC कॉरिडोर. सो इट पासिस थ्रू द POK. सो इट थ्रेटन द इंडियाज इंटरनल सिक्योरिटी एंड द सोवरेनिटी ऑफ इंडिया. तो इसको आप ऐसे रिलेट कर सकते हैं. ठीक है, सो वी हैव डन विद द पाकिस्तान. कैन वी नाउ मूव टू द नेपाल? So what is with Nepal? Like there are rumors that Nepal is weaned away by the China, because what happened in 2016 there was an economic blockade. There was an economic blockade done by India against the Nepal. So what happened is there was anti-Indian sentiments across Nepali elite class. They wanted more sovereignty, they wanted more trade relation with other countries. ठीक है, so the situation is that कि Nepal, the China wanted to grab that opportunity of anti-Indian sentiment opportunity with both hands. तो हुआ क्या? Then Nepal was offered too many economic projects like hydropower projects, hydropower development projects. Another is road construction projects, and also China also offered to Nepal that they can use China's port. So China's port can also be used for doing the trade. ठीक है, these were the offers made by the China. And what are the challenges? China also offered the FTA with Nepal. So these all are this economic relation with the boundaries with the countries bordering India. So how it will impact India? Suppose what is the nature of border we have with Nepal? The nature of border is, suppose this is Nepal, and we all know this border is not fenced, it is porous border, and we have seen cases of smuggling, human trafficking. ठीक है, suppose if Nepal has FTA with China and all this goods, smuggled goods, all the low quality goods, cheap goods which Nepal imports from China, that can be smuggled into the India. So it will destabilize the Indian economy through that it will affect on the domestic industries like small MSME industries, which is protected by the Indian government, because we restrict a very cheap good which was built or which was built in this Chinese nation. These were protected by the India through tariffs. अगर ये गुड नेपाल के थ्रू इंडिया में आ जाए विदाउट पेइंग एनी टैरिफ, सो इट विल अफेक्ट दिस डोमेस्टिक इंडस्ट्रीज, इनकी जॉब छूट जाएगी और दे वी कैन सी दैट दिस इंडस्ट्री विल बी शट डाउन. सो हाउ इट विल अफेक्ट द इंडिया. And if we see that we have done more with the Nepal, can we move to another nation? Can we talk about Bangladesh? ठीक है, बांग्लादेश के साथ अगर हम बात करें, that Bangladesh more or less still not much linked with China. It is more inclined towards India, so ठीक है, rather than China. So but there are some instances as we have seen that China managed to gather some deep sea port projects. ठीक है, another is Nepal. This China also sell Chinese submarines to Bangladesh, and there are many big ticket infrastructure projects, big ticket infrastructure projects took by China. And another is there is a BCIM corridor. ठीक है, बांग्लादेश चाइना इंडिया म्यांमार इकोनॉमिक कॉरिडोर. But time and again India denied this one particular project, because India knows if we see more integration with China of these small nations, and also BCIM is also a part of BRI and Belt and Road Initiative and Maritime Silk Route. So again India has raised some objection with respect to the BRI and Maritime Silk Route. So deliberately India put this ambitious project of BCIM to hold, because India does not want the BRI, because there is CPEC is also a part of this project. So India again raised some objection with respect to this. So BCIM is a very good project, but India does not want it to be a successful, because it will affect the sovereignty and integrity of India. Again, can we move to this Maldives? Maldives is a very important. It has not border with India, but it has a very high relevance. If you talk in 2018, there was a coup, military coup. These are the development, but one important thing is that Indian company GMR Infrastructure Limited, they lost one particular contract with Maldives. First, the Maldives government awarded one project to the GMR Infrastructure Limited, but later on, after the change of the government, that particular agreement got cancelled, and they give that particular project to the Beijing Urban Construction. So the economic development, so the economic relation with India was deprived. Another is that 40% of Maldivian GDP is run by Chinese investment. So we all know, if 40% of any country's GDP is run by foreign countries' investment, तो उसकी सोवरेनिटी पे क्या अफेक्ट होता है? तो सोवरेनिटी, ऑटोनोमस डिसीजन मेकिंग विल बी अफेक्टेड। आप इसको इस तरह से प्रेजेंट कर सकते हैं, बिकॉज वी नो द केस ऑफ श्रीलंका। श्रीलंका में जो डेब्ट ट्रैप की जो वन पर्टिकुलर कंडीशन है, व्हाट हैपन इज श्रीलंका टुक ह्यूज अमाउंट ऑफ लोन फ्रॉम चाइना, इन रिटर्न दे कुड नॉट पे द इंटरेस्ट, ठीक है ना। तो व्हाट हैपन इज द चाइनीज टुक ओवर हम्बनटोटा port for 99 years lease. So the Humban port, this Tota port, what happened is it has a very strategic significance. Suppose this is Sri Lanka and this is Hambantota port. So again, time and again, if this Hambantota port may be used for any military gain or any strategic gain, it will be a great setback for India in terms of its sea line of communication. And again, it's India's energy security, India's trade security, so much. And if we talk about the minerals lie in ocean seabed. So the minerals lie in the ocean seabed. India might lose the contract because the India and the International Seabed Authority, they provide certain license to extract minerals from this seabed. If China has access to this Hambantota port, again with that influence they will gather the ISA license, and in the Indian Ocean they will extract this polymetallic nodules and so many minerals. There are so many important minerals also. So these are the things we have done. The Chinese, we have done the Sri Lanka, Maldives, Bangladesh. So we have almost covered so many countries. Can we now write some way forward? तो वे फॉरवर्ड आप कैसे लिख सकते हैं? दैट FTA शुड बी रिव्यूड. FTA should be reviewed. That if the goods made in China are rerouted in the sense rerouted, what happens is currently the goods made in China, they entered into India through this Mauritius, Singapore, ठीक है. These are the countries which India has the FTA. So Mauritius, Singapore. So India should amend the FTA rules by enclosing by or amending the rules of origin clause. So if India find out that particular goods was made in China, so India should impose high tariff on that. Through that we can save our domestic industries. And also if one particular a huge quantity of Chinese goods enter into India, how it will affect? It will affect our domestic employment. What else is like affecting MSME, small industries, and this poor quality of products also affect our human health and local environment. तो आप इसको किसी तरह से भी कनेक्ट कर सकते हैं to bring or to include more dimension into it. human health plus local environment. Or I think this is enough. So these are the one dimension that FTA should be reviewed, and the goods which rerouted into India, the rules of origin clause should be amended. And another is India should work with the like-minded countries, like-minded actors like USA, Japan, Australia. ठीक है. There was an alternative, this global supply chain talks. That particular global chain supply talks, which was very prevalent during the COVID-19 times, because the world was very badly hit due to this curve of global supply chains, because most of the raw chain was emerged from the China. So China was a main raw material supplier, raw material or intermediate material supplier. So the Japan, China and India, they form a one particular union, and they held a meeting, and in that meeting they found that there is a need of diversification of global supply chain. So India offered that. India is also running a one particular scheme, that make in India, made in India. So that India has also invited very big global partners, that they will be offered a land and tax holidays, cheap raw material, but you have to come to India and make all this thing in India. So through in this way you could have written, and you could have end this one particular topic. So if we summarize that we have talked about the diversification, we have talked about the like-minded countries, FTA should be reviewed, and we have also discussed all the border countries, Sri Lanka except Bhutan, Sri Lanka, Maldives and Bangladesh, Nepal, all the prominent countries we talked. So in 300 words you have to select what you need to discuss, what you need to note, because we could have also discussed Bhutan and Myanmar, but there is no much economic relation with Bhutan and Myanmar. So restrict to the more important countries like Pakistan, Maldives and Bangladesh and Sri Lanka, and also the Nepal. These are the most important countries. So I hope आपको ये सब समझ में आया होगा. So next time we will bring another new topic. So till then, goodbye. Thank you.